Hello, everybody. Infinitestatic here, and again, it's not been a while this time. Kind of not the catchphrase of the channel. Anyway, today I was kind of thinking about this a few days ago, and I've been thinking about this for a very long time. Matter of fact, because Batman is a character that I am really fascinated by. And I've always been fascinated by these like vigilante characters who kind of trail good and bad kind of a thing, where they always stay in the middle, who are willing to do whatever it takes. So I've been always thinking, like, why does Batman really do the stuff that he does? Why does he don a cape and cowl every night and go fight bad guys instead of like, I don't know, like giving money to Gotham PD or something, make sure that he puts that money into research and development for weapons or something like that. Anything that would make the system better. And instead of just straight up going himself and getting it done. Well, here's the thing about that. There are a couple reasons. One of the reasons that I can personally think of at the top of my head is that the systems, normally these government systems, would be corrupt. Now, obviously, we're when I were answering it in that way, it's like it's not really meant to be a real world answer, is it? It's a comic book or it's a movie, it's whatever. But there is some legitimacy that why someone who wants to get things done wouldn't want to go through an entire government system. I don't know about the amount of political pull Bruce Wayne has, but in some of the iterations, he does have quite a bit of a political pull. Hey everybody, uh, future Dhruv here, or editing Dhruv here. I just wanted to quickly say one more thing. I just realized that I forgot to mention that there's also the fact that, legally speaking, if any of these systems were to work legally, um, the thing about legal systems is that a lot of times they don't have jurisdictions out of their city, maybe not the city, but a lot of times the country. So a lot of times, but Batman as a character or as a vigilante isn't. He can do what he wants to do without really requiring a legal clearance. Let's just think about, on a personal level, why doesn't Batman just, invest in Gotham more? Well, he does. He does invest in Gotham. It's not true that he doesn't. It's just, it's not just the whole Batman thing that he does. He also donates a lot of money. So, why still be the Batman? Like, what's the point of it? Well, what's the origin for Batman? So, for the couple people who do not know, Batman, when he was a kid, 8 years old, his parents were killed right in front of him. This sparked a weird and absurd amount of willpower in the kid to go and fight crime or get rid of crime in Gotham. He trained to be the best he could be as a human without using any kind of substances and stuff like that. And he learned to train in every single fighting style that exists, and every single branch of science, psychology, and stuff that is required to fight crime, make gadgets. All the training that he put in, he trained his mind and body for almost a decade and a half. After all that, he comes back to Gotham. He started to fight crime. I want to go through a few of the reasons why I personally think, and also some of the research that I have done about the character, and listening to some of the other guys, some of the other people on YouTube who are amazing channels that have made videos about him and his training and psychology involved and stuff like that. I will leave a few links in the descriptions, so please check them out. Why does Batman recruit kids instead of recruiting fully grown adults into all this? In most of the iterations, these guys end up becoming crime fighters anyway, and they don't have a semblance of a normal life. Like, he never had it either. But the only one guy who he actually helped out was Dick Grayson. The thing is that when you put a kid in a scenario where you're being shot at every single night, it's not exactly gonna help them. But he does all of this is because when he was a kid, he went through the same thing, and that's why when Dick's parents died in front of him, he saw that the same thing happened to me, and that's why he trained Dick Grayson to turn into a second Batman or a sidekick. But later on, obviously, Dick Grayson went on to become his own guy. He went on to become Nightwing, who was not Batman 2.0. He was his own dude. He was not Robin. He was his own guy, right? And that is one of the most beautiful things about this character. Jason Todd, on the other hand, he just went down a completely way more effective and a way more destructive path for himself and even others. This is a character that represents Batman's flaws in the whole no killing rule stuff. And Tim was the character who didn't really get much attention from his parents. So he took him under his wing. Tim had found out Batman's true identity. Seeing potential in the kid, he recruited him. So another Robin that we've got left is Damian. And Damian, well, he was just born in the League of Assassins, and he was literally made for all that. So, you know, who's to say what's right and what's wrong? But after all of that is being said, right? Is he a bad guy? No. Is he dangerous? Yeah, very, very dangerous. Is he effective? It depends. Does Batman need any kind of mental health help? Yeah, most definitely he does. He's not exactly a sane person. And then why does he keep doing the whole Batman thing? Well, let's go back quickly to the question that we had. Is he effective? In my opinion, I think he is effective, but he still does a lot more damage sometimes than it's worth him being Batman. For example, all the stuff with Jason, that would have never happened. But then again, what if Jason would have gone an even worse path? What would have happened with Dick? What would have happened with someone like Tim? Is he effective? Yes, he's effective. But he also does cause a lot of harm. He is definitely the whole idea of, is he dangerous? It does go into that. He is a very dangerous guy. And being effective and dangerous, they may not be synonymous, but they definitely have their own sort of elements that they share with each other. And being effective is something like, oh, I don't know, stopping a Kryptonian, right? A Kryptonian saying that he's probably the most dangerous man on the planet. I think that's a pretty effective thing. But Batman does cause a lot of damage too. And why does he do it then? Why does he do it? Well, after thinking about this for literal years, my answer is it's a form of therapy for him. It's a coping mechanism. It's not something that he does because he feels there's a need for the city. Yeah, Gotham City is a shithole. Yeah, we know about that from the comics and stuff like that. But he does it for more of a therapy for himself. I mean, that would also explain why he makes Robins. Because he thinks that it would be help for these children to go and fight crime like it was for him. It's a coping mechanism. And the thing is that his intentions aren't bad. He is trying to do the best he can. But it's still a coping mechanism. And this mechanism is not something he should be throwing onto these kids. This is wrong. And he keeps doing it for himself. And in a way, it's a very, very destructive cycle for him. He creates more villains sometimes. If you believe the Killing Joke story on Joker's origin, then he was the one who made the Joker. But again, all of that is something that they keep kind of changing all the time, but it's fine. And at the end of the day, the only one who, in my opinion, really did well in terms of all of this, like out of this whole Batman thing, was Dick. He kind of was the Robin who kind of did not become the Batman. He did not go down the path that Bruce did. Jason certainly went down a worse path. Damian, you cannot even say anything about Damian. Tim, if we follow the comics, Tim was already in his teenage, while Dick was like really young when he started being the Robin. So, in my opinion, I think Dick was the only one who he definitely helped. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. This is more of a discussion. What are your guys' thoughts on Batman? Is he a bad guy? Is he dangerous? Is he effective? Does the Batman need any mental help? In my opinion, yeah, he does. Why does he still keep doing it? That's the big question. And is he a hero at the end of the day? In my opinion, you could say he's a hero to a few people, but to a few people, he's definitely a monster. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Peace out. I'll see you in the next one. Hit subscribe, hit the bell notification, and also hit the like, because that helps out the channel quite a bit. And there's a bunch of social media stuff in the description. Check that out, and peace.